Good evening. Welcome back to Stationeers. More Brutality on Venus, and today we're going to take our Silanol and shove it into a phase change cooling device. I might have to do some mining to get to that point, but that's the plan for today. So we're going to shove that in between the top of the water loop and the air conditioners, and I might be able to phase out the air conditioners eventually. Which would be great because they are a power sink. A huge power sink.
Cognition critical.
So, oh, yep, the box.
Cognition low.
And I got a passive vent. Throw that in there. It's the only bad thing about taking everything off. And I got a passive vent. I don't know what this passive vent's doing here. I'm sure there's some purpose. I had a reason for it. And there's an APC right here. Oh, I think part of that was I was going to separate. Yeah, hey. Area power controller. Let's do that. I was going to separate the greenhouse. Which is going to be fun. I'm going to need the glasses for that. I think the base is safe? Is the base safe? We're going to find out. Okay. Oh, wait. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Forgot about that. So. Phase change cooling devices. We have quite a get up here. We do not have the required silicon for the pipes. I think I have excuse me, steel. Let's take a look. Steel. We've got 212, which, I mean, we can always use more, but so when I go out to mine, it will be for silicon. And I did, you know what? Looks like I was planning on it because I've got that already. So that's gonna go here. Regular water pipes, liquid pipes can stay there. Let's see, I don't need my configuration tablet. What's in here? Oh. Got another box. Ah. Okay, that looks good. So we can make a trip out to Mining Town. Let's make sure that our canister is empty. That's nice and cool. That's nice and warm. Switch that around. Switch the battery. That's good. Now let's check the battery in our glasses. That looks pretty good. Pretty good. Alright. So we will go mining for silicon when the sun rises. How are we doing here? We are actually doing fairly good on the cooling. Under 30 degrees there. Going outside, we are just under 200. This is 109, so that's still a little warm, but eventually I'm gonna have to hook that up. So I gotta, you know what? We almost have it. Oh goodness! Just realized. Do this. There we are. So we have gonna have to separate this. I might as well turn that around. Yeah, I gotta figure out I gotta figure out how to keep my greenhouse alive because I go through carbon dioxide way too quickly. So, check and see if we've got a trader out there that might want. Whoa. Astro Aethers, probably gas, Starlight Suppers, Void Vapors. Okay, nothing here that looks like a liquids trader. No liquids. Yeah, if I can get, of course I put it away. If I can get the Silanol loop working in place of the air conditioners, I can cut the air conditioners out, and that'll save me a tremendous amount of power, because it's like, I forget, but it's like 20 or 24 air conditioners. So that's a significant chunk of power. I think that's 5 kilowatts. How are we doing? Can run through here. There's liquid in the pipe. Oh, very little. The waste tank is 25% Silanol. At almost no pressure. Let's take a look. I think we're still, yeah, we're still pumping it out. Doesn't feel like it's moving very fast. You are active. I think it just has to do with the 4,000 liter capacity versus what it's pulling in. So it's microscopic. I think that's what's going on. Not positive though. We have all gaseous Silanol. So I don't know if I can even pump that into a liquid tank. I mean, if I have to, I'll pump it into a gas tank, and, well, jeez. That's going to be problematic. Because it does condense very easily. I may have to prime it a different way. So I'm not looking forward to that particular challenge. Good question. Can you use a liquid pump to pump gas? You can use a liquid filtration device to filter out gas. You know what? I don't even really need to wait for this. One flush.
Temperature critical. Pressure critical. Oxygen critical. Low pressure.
Let's go ahead and pull this out. I don't really need to carry my I don't need to carry the duct tape in my hand because I haven't had any accidents lately. But let's just have it at this point. So I'm going to run off in this yonder direction to see if there's craters everywhere. I have basically mined all the ore. I really should get into rocketry and pulling in ores from outer space. That'd be good. I would love to automate that if it's possible. I don't know if that's possible though. But plenty of cobalt. I could burn up the system that way. All right, that's silver. Okay, that's also silver. Copper, iron, gold. Nope, there's some silicon. A couple veins. So we want a bunch of this for sure. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to grab some iron and coal while I'm out here. I'm probably gonna have to make some steel soon. I'm Also, I'm going to have to figure out the process I want to use for my auto smelter, because the way I have it is not foolproof anymore. Well, I shouldn't say anymore, it never was. I might be able to do it with a digital splitter, possibly. I have it pick your particular, like, X amount of items flow through and then shut off. I think that might work a little bit better. Maybe. Hopefully. That's a thought. Okay, let's see. Iron, 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 iron. Silicon, silicon. Oh, copper, I didn't really want. Well, you know what? It's here, I'm here. This is over here. Whatever. We'll just mine everything right here. It's not like this is never ever going to get used. And I should probably set up at least one deep miner to get some of this stuff in here. And yeah, figure something out. So I've got some deep miner locations that I could use. I've got gold, I've got silver. I know I've got, pretty sure I've got some iron, maybe some copper. Definitely nickel. Maybe coal. I'm trying to remember. There's silicon. I don't think I have a representation of, but I'd have to look at my screenshots, because that's how I save the data points. And I could almost probably get away with using the mining backpack out here instead of the jetpack. I only use it to save my bacon when I start careening down hills, because I'm an idiot. And it's not as nearly as scary to mine. Oh, it's a... Okay. Other than the jetpack doing weird things. Okay. Okay. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out. Whee! Okay. Copper. Iron. Iron. Silicon. Copper. Iron. Oh, silicon right here. Perfect. Let's see. I think, yeah, we're set on in. Well, yeah. Unless I need more phase change devices, I may need to also print off some more Invar and whatnot. At least the way that I've got the system set up right now is I do have a backup. The reagents get dumped, and I can throw them through the furnace and manually fix them. Although I have to rip a chute out to do it, so it's not a completely unattended setup yet. I would love it to be. Simple ingots, that's no problem, because you can just throw it through a arc furnace or a regular furnace, no problem. No problem. The other stuff, though, that's a problem. Probably good on coal. Okay, silicon, silicon. Lots of that. Lots of this, lots of that. Yeah. Might as well make a day out of this, I guess. Oh man, look how slowly that waste tank is filling up. That's the benefit of using very cool O2 in your tank when you're going outside. And I'm kind of thinking of having a potentially two separate suits. One that I kind of carry around inside the base, so if I need to, for whatever reason, emergency put on a suit so I don't cook. I don't need my cryogenic oxygen in there. The other possibility is maybe a harm suit, but that does slow me down and makes it a little more difficult to move around. But I imagine that the waste system wouldn't be too bad. I don't know. I haven't played with it. Haven't had a need to. Might be a little bit more helpful in other deals. Okay, silicon, 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 silicon. Oh, that's silver. I don't need silver. Matter of fact, I don't necessarily want silver. It's got nitrous, nitrous, and that combusts. Which that's problematic, especially for my cooling system. So I've got to keep the ingots a certain temperature and not go too crazy with them. Alright, let's grab some more copper and then we'll run back. So I think we've got enough silicon. Of course, I can double check that to make sure. So I want to be able to make a full stack, so I want to have basically 550, and that's just in case I don't have any whatsoever in the silo. And I've got to be able to dump a full stack into the furnace. So, iron, iron. Nope, that's not full. Copper, iron, copper, copper. Sliding down a mountain. What we got? That is 9 full stacks. That is not enough. So we need another. Another thing of silicon. And this is kind of nice. Eventually I want to try driving my rover around. I am a little afraid of it. So I think you're pretty much invulnerable, but I'm not sure if you're on it. I don't necessarily want to... I might do a for science experiment with it, just to see. Because if it does turn out that you are not invulnerable while you're on it, I don't want to blow the whole save, or you don't have to really fight for it. But if it turns out you are invulnerable, then that'd be good information to know. Because I don't want to spend 30 years driving around a crater if I could just yeet myself off into oblivion and be okay. It's just a time thing. More than anything. Alright. Let me out. Let me out. Let me out. Well, let's see. My my tower's over there. Even though I shouldn't be able to see it from this angle. So I guess there's something to be said for that. Let's go ahead and grab this. Whoa. I mean, it's here. I'm here. Let's take advantage of the coincidence. That's what she said. Oh, so this is actually kind of an interesting pocket. Normally they go like straight down. Maybe it did go down, but it flattened out. That was the interesting part. Okay. All right, my occlusion. Tracking main base that way. Okay, that's where I want to go. Heading of 30. A vector of 30. Let's pull that out just in case. Whoa! Woo! Holy crap! What is this jetpack doing? Yeah, it's changed the atmospheric simulation, but holy crow. This jetpack has been scary. Coal. I think we're okay on coal. I'll have to look. Maybe I'll put a little display up. At this point, I'll just fly in. There we go. Turn off the sensor lenses, put stuff away, and we can go inside and take a load off. Okay, we'll start by throwing the silver through. And yeah, we only used up like a third of our tank. That's pretty good. Pretty darn good. Okay. Alright. $490, we're happy with that. Throw that in there. Hopefully it doesn't go stupid hot. Boom, 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 and comes out a ingot. Nope. Okay, good. Was worried about that. Okay, we'll throw in the iron and copper bag. Kick that over there. I do have to set it up so the lead... Oh, it's this filter that's a problem. It needs to accept a lead ingot as well. But, what do we have for iron? 3 before, 4 before. 2 before. Coal, yeah, 6. So we're good there. Cobalt, nickel. We're set on nickel. Silicon. This is what? Silver. And uranium. Okay. Alright. Throw these up here. And put that there. Pull this back out. There we go. I almost need a second sensor lens. One for the T-ray scanner and one for the ore. You know, that'd be good for, like, this, but... Okay. There's that. There's that. We will start putting this together outside, I think. Yeah, that's probably the way to go. Should I eat and drink and be merry? I think we're alright. Let's check the traders real quick. Void Vapors. Interstellar Irrigation. That's only a 3x3, so I don't think they're going to have Silanol. But I will still accept it. And we will...
Temperature critical. Oxygen critical.
Flush.
Pressure
Flush me,
critical.
Jay, flush me.
Low pressure.
See what you got. See what you're made of. Alright, what do we got? Okay, I am, yeah. Interstellar irrigation sounds like liquids to me, but, okay. Yeah, okay, well. Bye, have a beautiful time. Let's go set up our... Oh, I have sheets, so I don't have to do too much. So this guy right here is the hot side. So we're gonna keep them in line, I guess. Phase change device, not that. Phase change devices. We're gonna have our evaporation chamber. That's the cold side. Yeah, we'll do this. Right? Yeah, we'll do that. And we'll do another one. We're going to have the counterflow in between. We're going to have gas in this side, liquid out that side. That works. And then we're going to have a couple phase change devices over here. We're going to have condensation. Now, do I have... Okay. Condensation chamber. Turn them around. Back on the line right there. That'll do it. Condensation chamber. There's that. Oop. Is that only one? It is. Cool. Alright. We'll put a third one in here just to... This will be the evaporation. So, yeah. Cool. Oh, we do have the sheets. Awesome. That is awesome. Okay, we'll start here. Start here. Start here. Start here. Here. And here. Pull this out. Boom. Boom. Fits. Let's shove that back in there. Yes. Straight around. Plug in here. Not that we need the data connector. On my... I have this... I have it running down the loop! Goodness. Gosh. Oh, oh. Okay. No. Down here. Right? Yes. Okay. This is where it needs to go. From there. Oop. It's gonna be a little tricky. It's a platformer. Oh, need more cable. No, I guess we got lots of cable. I'm looking forward to. I've heard whispers of them doing like terraforming. Actually, have terraforming being in the base game, and that sounds so awesome if they do manage to do that. Insulated liquid pipe. I don't have a whole bunch, but we can get started with that. What I'm going to do here is... This is where I would put... Oh, maybe I just need to do one. One here, and one here. Just to make sure that we are set. And not going to exceed any limitations of that. There's that, there's that, there's that, and there's that. Okay, so the liquid pipes are all handled as far as that goes. Now, I'm not going to be able to do too much with this, but this is going to be the gaseous heat exchange. And let's do it this way, and then we'll also do it this way. Then you are going to do... Crank. I don't have enough, but that's fine. So this, we're going to probably want more. We're going to do that. And then we'll just have this... I think that's fine, right? Ah! Yeah, that's how we want it. That'll work. And then that's the tank. That might as well be built inside. Other than setting pressures, I think... Yeah. I think we're to the point where we need that. So... I'm going to try... Well...
Hunger, caution.
The lower pressure side, the evaporation side, I got to make sure that it's above. Yeah, above. Yeah, that's not gonna be a problem. I don't think. Yeah, I can get down pretty low. But yeah. So we need pipe. We need pipe.
Temperature high.
Fine. Kind of ran away there for a bit. That's okay. Wasn't critical. Alright, let's eat and drink. Eat and drink, take a shower. Make some silicon. Make some silicon. Alright, shower. Yeah, we should shower. Alright, let's go make some silicon. Silicon ingot. Go ahead and grab that because I'm going to need it. And the item requested, that's what I need. Maybe I should hook up these APCs as well. Okay. Where am I going? This is what I need. Hang on. Okay, 15. We're good. We's good. Okay, set requested. Boom. Okay. Let's make sure I don't have any weirdness floating around here. Nope. Okay. 10 shot out, which is what it's supposed to. And there's 11. There we go. Hopefully there wasn't anything in there. Good. I also have to figure out the buffer on these things too. Which might be just silos, which obviously I don't have enough room for silos. Although I could always run more pipe. Run more pipe, have a diverting valve. Let's see, how do I want to do this? I have to think about it. So this system is definitely not flawless. As we've seen in times past. But that's alright. spit it out. Cool. And then we go over here, and we can now set our requested to 0 because we received the item. Boom. The logic's sound, the performance is not. Okay. Because, oh, you're still, you still had 4 in queue, huh? Okay. Insulated pipe. I think 100 is fine. I don't need nearly that for what I'm doing, but it would be nice to have stuff on hand. Pop up that box, right? There's brown. Okay. Full stack. Not so full stack. Brown pipe. Okay, so you need a bunch of that. We can probably go, I'll just go this way. Go through and get the Silanol hooked up. At least start hooking it up so I can extract out of there. It's right here. So I think this is where we wanted to go with that. Okay. So what I got for pipes laying around. Brown. What's in this? Well, they're liquid pipes, so I'll grab that. Liquid volume pump and that. We can chuck the rest. Just a bunch of random crap flopping all over. Yeah, so like this, I've got the water so I can fill this up, which has 42 liters in it. Alright, that's another thing, is I was working on cooling this. How are we doing, by the way, on that? We must be pretty darn close. You're good. Temperature's good here. The steam is gone, which makes sense. Cool. Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, I can't really do much because I don't have any pipe to lay. So there's the two ways. I'm gonna do this. Have a volume pump, and then I guess realistically it should be a turbo pump because it's reversible. That's how that's going to happen. Really should be a turbo pump. But that's difficult in its own manner because of the required electrical plumbing. Yeah, I didn't give myself nearly enough room with this stuff, which seems to be typical of everything I do. I never give myself enough room for anything. But, I don't know, that's part of the challenge, I guess. How micro can you make it? Okay. So now we can fill this up, and I have a portable gas tank. That is literally a gas tank. Wait, can we... Wait, there is portable liquid tank, there's portable gas tank, so... I guess that's a problem, isn't it? Well, let's see. let's start by doing this and see if... Okay, I just want to see if I moved anything whatsoever. I did move some gas. Is that by accident or something? Or is that like literally all that I had? This almost needs to be... Yeah. Pressurant valve. Yeah, I need more stuff. Oh, that is so irritating. We can make it work. Looks likely a sin. You know, it would probably be better to have it come and have turbo pumps. Well, you can only do turbo pump one way. But I mean, what I mean by that is we can only have one turbo pump here because of the wiring. My goodness. Yes, this is the way. Let's do that. It's getting worse every time I look at it. My very sloppy planning, I guess you could say. Okay, so we do need to bring some insulated liquid pipe this way. And some insulated regular pipe. And Silanol. Minimum condensation pressure is 0.5 megapascal. We're dealing with basically this, so 1 megapascal, and I might start condensing. Yeah, okay. There we go. It's pretty nice. Oops. Oh, you're all... okay, fine. You're all fine. Let's just grab you, because I don't need a whole bunch of you. Yeah, and you are empty. I'll throw you on the floor. I'm done with you, so we can throw you on the floor. Let's do that. Volume pump. Liquid volume pump, sure. All my stuff taking storm damage or being contaminated. Silanol. Give me my Silanol. My goodness. Yeah, let's pull it this way so we pull it off the tree. I'm going to want a pressurization or pressurant valve. But I think we can do this. So let me pull this up. Pulling gas in. Well, the good thing is this is filling slow enough. Actually, maybe I don't want to do that. Hang on. I may actually want to put the pressurant in. which is a pressure regulator, which I do not have a pressure regulator here. Confound it! Because it would be better if I can condense it to a liquid and move it much faster, but that might not be possible. I also need to... yeah... Gonna say that I need to rewrite the cooling logic, but I don't have a good way of detecting if it's actually... So with the cooling loop, you don't necessarily want to turn it on if your coolant is warmer than what you're trying to cool. And that's going to be one of the problems that I run into. So pressurant is going to go... Let's rotate it this way, because we want it to pressurize this way. Okay, and you... My goodness. Like I said, this is getting uglier every time I look at it. Get our... Yeah, this will actually work. Okay. And let's go to 3 megapascal. That should be enough to condense it in pretty much any. Very, very slowly. But that is increasing it. I don't think we're going to get to the pressures we need with that, though. That's what I'm worried about. So the other way would be to do a purge valve. Yeah, that's not gonna... So we'll reverse that and we'll put a purge valve on it. That's what we'll do there. Purge valve. Go the other way. Yep. And we will set this to 0. Turn it on. We will pull everything out of here. Which takes no time at all. Okay, well, it started at no time at all because of the pressure differential. Now it's hard because that's at a... Yeah, okay, makes sense. This needs to be a turbo pump. This absolutely needs to be a turbo pump. Yeah. I'm not even going to waste the power. Whoa! Cooled audio source 111. Yeah, okay. Alright, I don't have any turbo pumps laying here, so we're going to run back. Running back and forth through my halls. Decking my halls with... Okay, there's a few turbo pumps. Good. Volume pump. And this will work directional for loading or unloading if we so desired. Just gotta plug it in so that the power is... There we go. We want to go this way. And we're gonna probably kill the system. Alright. So we are going to be about 2 megapascals if I've got my values right here. So we're at 1 kilomole at 46. 1 mole. So it might even make it up to 3 megapascal. Oh, crap. this doesn't... I don't know. This is a gas tank. Is it going to actually complain? Or is it both gas and liquid tank? I don't know. We are going to find out. We are almost empty on this side. Cool. Pulling right through. You are... no. You're moving somewhere. Okay, the temperature is, let's see, 18. Okay, so 1.2 megapascal. So we should start seeing it, we're going to see a problem, we're going to see it soon. Whoa. What is... Crunch, crunch. What is crunch, crunch? Okay, we've purged everything out, so that's good. What? Okay. That's where we're at. So we're getting to the point where we are starting to condense. And this will actually will not accept liquids. Okay. It's fascinating. So this is where I've got to be looking. Watching the stress level is what I'm monitoring. So 30 liters is too much. It's 20. Right on the cusp. Of course, condensing it does heat up, but then... oh, that's evaporating. You are still 1.17. Still not exactly sure how it's not necessarily condensing in there. Let's come up to like 50% stress. Or as soon as it goes yellow, yeah. There we go. Because you're 119 at 17.6, you're 119 at 17.6, so interesting. Well, I'm gonna play this for a little bit. See, this is an experiment. The worst things that's gonna happen is I have to put my suit on because I pulled it with Silanol again. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. So that's basically only 400 mol. Do Did I move it that way? Well, if that's the case, then I've got to put a turbo pump outside and hook that up. This was my concern, because it wants to condense. Okay, it wants to condense. This is empty. Pressure, well over pressure over temp. It's weird. Okay, so we got that. I've got everything that I need to hook that up. So we could actually probably just take that with us. Wait, oh, you know what? Hang on. I gotta go. I forgot. Yeah, I don't have all the pipe I need because I need the nitrogen pipe for my coolant and all that fun stuff. I need more pipe. I'll take one of these. I'll take the big box. Nope. Take the big box. Pipe. 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 Brown pipe. I'll take some liquid pipe with me just in case. But I'm going to need the... I don't have any black pipe. I don't have any galvanized black pipe. Used it all up, I guess. So I've got that type. I don't think I'm really going to need another set of insulated pipe, but I'll take it with me just in case. I have the turbo pump, so I think we're good for everything outside. So let's go ahead, check the trader real quick. Or less, Galactic Gush. Now that better not be a seed trader. I might have a hissy fit if that is the case, though. Yeah, while we're waiting for that to do its thing, let's eat and drink and be merry. Kind of preemptive. I guess we can go get the pipe, or the portable tank. So we're gonna have to take that with us too. And maybe I'll hook up the airlocks before the end of the day. Oh, wait a minute. Like it's... Says no liquids volume. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Boom. There. Fun. Still haven't put the ladder back up, so that won't be too big of a deal. Climb the stairs. Throw that right there. Contact, call down. Alright.
Temperature critical. Oxygen critical.
Okay.
Pressure critical. Low pressure.
Here. Go ahead and flip you on. What we got? Taking just a little bit of heat out of the room. That's all right.
Okay, what do we got? Darn, you don't have any Silanol, but you got liquid, liquid other things. And yeah, okay. I mean, some of this would be kind of neat, but the problem is the temperatures are pretty low. I like how the hydrazine is room temperature. Yeah, okay. Fine. Back. Let's go flying. Well, I mean, let's go flying, but let's not go ridiculously so. Okay. We're gonna drop you right there. Ooh, that was actually pretty good. Connect you. And we're gonna pull the box out. We need one pipe section, and then we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. Like this. Yeah. Let's wrench. Okay, T. There we are. So that is the gas side, that side. This needs to come up. And this will come forward. Yeah. Okay. There's that. Now we're into the heat exchange side. Okay, and we go one step further. We go down. We go like this. Drag this over, drag this over, drag this up. And this will be... Actually... Yeah. Ahoy hoy! Thanks for stopping in, and I'm assuming you'll be streaming here in a bit, so good luck with your stream. Got our heat. Oh, we are not fully set up here. Boom, boom. Okay, we're almost here. Okay, Silanol. The cold side. I don't want it to go down too far, so let's set it at. Yeah, so noisy. Yeah, it's because my my water phase change is at its upper limit here, so you can see my my liquid pipes are running 5.9 megapascal, so they're right there. So my evaporation for this, I want, let's say 50. So if I put 1500 Pascal in, that's good. That's 15. So we're gonna do 1500 here. So I don't want to get too cold. Okay. And I don't have a problem with going too hot. Well, I mean, I do have a problem with it going too hot. But that's what we're going to run it. Like I run everything else, because I'd rather push as hard as I can. Okay. So now I need a turbo pump. Turbo pump. Can you install it so it's, you know... yeah. Make this work. Because I can always put the liquid pipe, or liquid pump right here. deal with the consequences of the plumbing later. You go like this. How do I want to do this? There's no real good way to do this. I mean, we could do something funky like this. Yeah. I'm all for funky. It's a service loop. Yeah, that's what it is. Put your ammeter on it.
Waste tank caution.
Waste tank caution. Oh, that's good to know. We are out here for quite a bit. Can I not have power? Did I kill? Oh, I killed the whole system. Okay, yeah, that's right. Because got a transformer here limiting the power. There we go. 1600. That should be good enough. Ah, goodness. Let's hope I didn't just do some boo-boo here. Okay, nope. Nope, okay, that's fine. Are you empty? You're not empty yet. Let's turn you off. Let's start with turning on at least one of each. Holy good! Good golly. One of each. So we're now pulling. Look at that heat exchange rate. Okay. There we go. Turn these on. Turn these on. Alright, let's check pressures. I have no liquid. I have no gas? Oh, it's because it's all sucked into my condensers. Yeah, I need more, but that's what I wanted to do. Oh, jeez. Wrong way. Let's take it to 2 kilowatts. 2 kilowatts is still a better system than my ACs. Oh, the waste tank is slowly creeping up. So, what are we doing over here? No pressure. There's no gas on the condensation input. There's not enough in there to condense. The evaporation chambers are... Jeez. Pretty much empty. I got like 1 liter of liquid in here. I'm gonna have to do this in 3 batches. I don't know if this is ready to take on the full load of the system. Because right now we're just basically equalizing between... Even with the dinky amount of fluid that's in there, it seems to be doing okay. So I might just break these pipes and make it go live. As a matter of fact, if I want to do that, all I gotta do is break these 2 pipes. Let's do it. We're doing it. We're going live. We are going live. And a sunrise. Okay. Alright. Well, we're actually condensing, so I mean there's something there. That's cool. Wow. on, Paul. Yeah, okay, that's almost empty. That's virtually empty. So let's pop this off. Let's go back inside. Okay. Alright. Do a little dance. Do a little dance. Okay. Get inside tonight. Oh, I got a storm incoming. That's cool. How much time? Oh, 10 minutes out still, basically. I was supposed to kick on. I'll just do that. That's fine. That is fine. Let's grab this. Run about this way. Whoa. Shouldn't have turned there. Where's the turn? There's turn. Go around. Not get stuck on everything. That's a tall order, I know. Okay, there we go. Drag the tank. Okay. Reconnect. Okay. There's the pipe network. Basically, I can pump it in until this hits about 1.2 megapascals, then we start having problems. Silanol is a very dense material, I noticed. It does not take much to have, I think it's like 10 moles is a liter of water or something. Or liter of water, liter of Silanol. Let's see what we got. 600 moles still. There's 100 mole in the tank. Unfortunately, I can't walk away with this one. I would love to. I would love to walk away from this, but I know how that would go. I'd blow a hole in this pipe and be back where I was sorting Silanol for my atmosphere. .8, this is actually cooler than the stuff I was moving earlier, probably through the effect of evaporation. Coming up on our pressure limit. So exciting, I know, staring at a screen. But it's going to start condensing very, very, very soon. I don't want to overstress the pipe. You know. Part of this is the transfer from that 10-liter section of pipe to the tank is a little on the slow side. Yeah, see, that's 1.08, and this is basically 100 kPa above that. Okay, so technically speaking, I now officially have more in that tank than I have in this pipe section, or this pipe network. Which means right now, if I wanted to, I could just dump it and go. I'm surprised it hasn't condensed yet. It's condensing at 118 at 17.9 degrees. Maybe I've got enough flow through there. There we go. There's the condensation. I'll let this evaporate, then we'll disconnect that pipe and take it with us. So what do we have left in the pipe network? We've got 320 mole. We have 388 here. Which I think Silanol takes... you know what? This bugs me. I have to look up the liquid to see. Yeah. Okay. So wow, 6 moles per liter. So per evaporator, if I want 20 liters of liquid in there, I need 120 moles, right? 120 moles is 20 liters of liquid. So this is 3 evaporators worth. So what I took up there is also 3 evaporators worth. So just as I'm going to say I need that for the condensers too. So yeah, I think this will work out. So between this tank and the last tank, excuse me, that should be more than enough to get that system started. I always like having a buffer in there too. But there we go. Okay, I can go dump the system. Oof, oof. Always push, never pull. Yeah, stuck on everything. My base is not OSHA approved, I can tell you that much. Oh crap, how close is this? I have a minute and a half to get there and get it attached. You know what, I'm just gonna... Nebula Necessities, Nebula Nucleus, Orbiting Orchards, Build Inks. Nothing that I'm too interested in. Nothing I'm too interested in. So I'm going to have extra cooling, which is going to be great. Although I don't think I really have any load on it. Yeah, look at this. This is all the way down to 0. So we're about as idle as we can get. This is still coming down a little bit, but that's the name of the game. 180. So we're slowing down a bit. Okay, switching gears. We need to wait. What else do I have on? I guess I could take a look and see what it's going to take to install the cooling for the other stuff. So like the O2, the nitrogen, CO2. Because if we look at that, why are you over there? Here. Okay, so our carbon dioxide that we're pulling in from outside is currently 400 degrees. Kind of spicy. The nitrogen is 315 degrees. Well, that's really all I'm pulling in from outside, but my oxygen has the potential for getting warmed up a little bit too. Yeah, so it's already at 60 degrees, so that's my room air. So I would want to install some cooling. Now what I did, I don't think I'm going to need a big tank or a big heat exchanger like I did with the steam. But the steam is something I want to cool quickly. I'm going to use one of these little heat exchangers for both of them. So I need a analyzer for the network that I'm trying to cool. I need a dial. I would like a meter. Heat exchanger. A valve. Valve, dial, analyzer. Minimal. Is that turned on? Yeah, it is. Okay, so it's going to be a gas meter because I'm going to be cooling the oxygen. Oxygen's over here. Oh, man. So this is pipe analyzer. Okay, all right, because I'm going to have a heat exchanger run into it. So I do have one laying down here. And how do I have this? Got one. Notch back to. So 3 notches back from the edge. I don't know how I've got this aligned. We'll do the gas on this side because the gas is over here anyway. That's not where I wanted to push it. It's close. So 1, 2. I think that is where I wanted it. Oh. Right. Okay, we want a... Oh, I don't have the digital valve with me. Let's see if I've got any of those. Doesn't look like it. Of course I don't. Why would I have those? Let's analyze this again. Yeah, that's how I have it. Okay. Digital valve. Let's see, 488 seconds, right? So, about 8 minutes of storm. Do I have any digital valves? I'm not seeing any. I thought I had some. Well, if I'm going to print some off, I might as well print them off. Digital valve. Let's print off 10. Nope, it's already in there. Oh, need copper. How am I doing on copper? Looks like I'm going to have to make some copper. Perfect. I have a pipe meter? I don't have a meter either? Huh. Oh, dial, switch. Yeah, switch. Switch. I don't have a switch. Well, I guess we're gonna be making those too. Switch, logic switch, 10. Right, 10? Yep, okay, good. Electronics printer. Gonna need a couple things, right? Gold and copper. Yeah, about that. I think I'll just go ahead and make some copper. Assuming that I have enough. Pretty sure that I've got enough. brain fart. 11? Oh, crap. See, I have literally enough, but the problem comes in. So that's not going to be enough. I technically need 11. Who? Well. Guess we'll have to share. Okay. Okay. I didn't realize that there's only stacked 5, but that's fine. I just need copper, thank you. Is that going to be enough? Just barely. I'll get my switches. My switches. Do that. I got the analyzer over there already. Pipe meter. Might as well figure that out. So pipe meter. Meter. And we'll do that and put it in Q. Hopefully it's just iron. Iron, of course, copper. Which I do not have copper, Sam I am. I guess I know what I gotta do. Well, the meter was just for accessibility to looking at the pipe network, so that's not necessarily the end of the world. It is not required for the functionality of my IC. Do. Oop. That's not what I wanted to do. Clicky fingers get clicky. There we go. So we got a digital valve. We've got the thing and the other thing. The thing. You know, the thing. By the time I get this all figured out, the storm's going to be over. So we're going to have... Let's pop this. Going to be a digital valve here. I need a couple extra sections. Right. Is that how I want to do it? You know what? I don't think that's how I want to do it. This is how I want to do it. There we go. Okay. Going to need our window to hang this on. I'm going to need a dial. So I'm going to do it. Not exactly sure how I pull that, but pipe analyzer. There we go. Oh, I've got to run right across the front of the face. All right. Probably around the edge. I'm not going to have enough cable to do that. I don't have enough cable to do that. But, crap. That's an interesting point. That's going to be right in the way. Okay. Okay. You're going to go there, and And then you're gonna go here. Let's do that. Okay. Alright. Do that. And then we will do this. Because this is how it's gonna be. And it makes more sense to go this way. And yeah, definitely need more copper. I'll fix this blemish layer. Make it ugly, make it more temporary than not this way. Okay, without doing that. Okay, so this is for the cooling loop. We're almost there. Another stack of 50 will get us there. I'll leave it there. That's good enough for now. Leave the box here. I think everything's good. I can probably leave all this crap here.
Hunger caution.
Sure. I think we're good. I think we're good. If I keep telling myself that, I'll believe it. So our tank is ready to go. Okay. Looking good. Hunger caution. Yeah, maybe we should eat and drink. Eat and drink real quick before we go out. Okay. There we go. Boom. Alright, and we run outside. Shower. Why not? That. Okay. The pumpkins look sickly. Need to double check that I have enough seeds or if I need to do something with that. Otherwise, we're ready to go. Flush that.
Temperature critical. Oxygen critical.
Outside.
Pressure critical. Low pressure.
Turn the AC on. Oh God. Why would you do that? How did you do that? At least it didn't kill me. Okay. There. We'll do that. Alright. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Up. It. This is why you drag it through. Okay. Whoa. It literally bounced. Okay. Alright. Still nothing over here. The evaporation chambers are filling up. Try. I'm trying. So I got, well, let's see, 66, 15, okay, so 80 here, 80 there. I'm trying to get it, so that's 240 mole. How about the condensation? Well, part of the problem with the condensation is I've got to bring the temperature up so high to actually condense. Because what am I looking at these temperatures? We're looking at 463. Oh, wait a minute. What? Gimme. The graph doesn't even go that high. It only goes to 700? Okay, so I don't really have a good... I can't see the upper end of the scale here. But I'm good for over 500 degrees. But let's see, at this temperature we can see 427 centigrade. I need 4.7 megapascals, so I need to be probably 5.5. So that's the problem. I need a lot more. Goodness gracious. Yeah, and I just don't have enough. So this is about halfway. Yeah, we'll just say halfway there. So I need 300 mole basically per condensation chamber. So that's basically kilomole. And then this will probably be... we'll say 120. There's 3... So if I somehow can get 1.5 kilomoles of Silanol, I think we'd be in good shape. But I don't know if we're going to get there. So I think I've only got 1 kilomole, which I guess arguably is better than nothing. Oh crap! I forgot to put on a jetpack. Do a kamikaze jump without the jetpack. Always sounds like a great idea. This is the wrong place to drop. Just go over top of the deal here. Let's look for another trader that has maybe Silanol. That'd be nice. We're almost there. We are almost there. We are almost there. So this one I should be able to just dump and not have to worry about it too much. I might get bludgeoned to death by my tank here, but really? I have such amazing core strength that I can hold myself up by a barrel that's just balancing on the edge. That's impressive. Okay. So let's let this run for a bit. Like I said, I don't think I have to be overly cautious about it. Put it on 70. That way it'll be nice and easy goes. So we do need more copper if we're going to do anything. I could probably scavenge a couple bits here and there, but it's not going to be enough to actually do what I need to do. So I'm going to have to go mining. Let's stick with the traders. I'd love to move all my cooling loops outside, but... Okay, what do we have? Build ink, and asteroid appliances. Nope. Okay. No Beano. Okay, what do we... I do, at some point, need to think about relocating this or something. Oh, you know, I didn't even think about that. If I'm going to run... I might still have to run oxygen, nitrogen, and carbon dioxide through the service ports. Because obviously I need more carbon dioxide in the greenhouse, but it needs to be cooled. That's unfortunate. You know what? I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. I'm gonna go ahead and leave that running in the background, and I'm gonna go get a full belt of
Temperature critical.
copper.
Oxygen critical. Pressure critical. Low pressure.
Okay. Let's go ahead and head over this way. Actually, there was a. Ooh. I have got to be careful because I do not have my tracker on me. So I'm running off at a 230-degree vector. $230-degree vector. What's our vector, Victor? So that just means that when I come back, I need to reverse it 180 degrees. Or just happen to have some copper on the hill right here. This will be good. It was 10 in the silo, so really I only need 2 full stacks to be happy. And it looks like this deposit might do it. If not, I will go to the next one. Well, I might do the next one anyway. Just to have a little extra on hand, just in case things get a little messy. There was one over here. You know, there's 3 bits of silicon that are sitting here. It's kind of a shallow deposit. If we're being honest. I just noticed I had a couple frame drops in OBS, so I wonder if my computer's getting a little bit toasty. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Less than 0.1%, so I'm not going to worry about that. Punch through a hole, and I can see. Oh god! Oh god! Actually, yeah, I don't need any coal. Gold might be a thing, so I might as well take advantage of that. You know, since I apparently am getting some coal. I just want to get this one floating chunk. There we go. Ah! Sucking me in. Okay. Alright. We can turn that off because we don't need that anymore. Oh, I love seeing blue batteries. That is great. That is great. That light tower has served me so many times. Even though I don't have my tracker on, that thing is awesome. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and cycle this. Just go in here, because this is where I need to be. There you go. I need to put an APC on this. Actually, probably literally just that. Replace that. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. And we will throw copper in, copper in, copper in, copper in, copper in, second, coal in, the gold. Now gold is cold enough. Actually, it's phenomenal right there. So now we will actually have enough to make some copper. And we can all live happily ever after. Excuse me, this is the button I hit, but okay. So we will request the copper. Wow. And I'm just going to go ahead and chuck another one in. With a pure ingot, I'm less concerned about making a little bit extra. The problem comes in is when there's a mix involved. Ideally, the only thing that you have to dump one extra of would be the first material that it tries dropping. I don't know why there's somebody in here that's complaining. There should be nobody in here complaining. Yeah. There should be no section of pipe. Unless there has something to do with the, yeah, not even this. I mean, that's only 20 megapascals, so I don't know what's singing over here. Used to be the one that does Waspaloy would sing, because it was set to run at like 50 megapascal. I since changed that. Yeah, it's only running at 30. Oh, look at that. This is how the system would work in an ideal world, where it just spits it out. But before I can make a fully automatic system, I've got to make it 100%. Oh. Well, how does one do that? I could go blowing through the wall like the Gator or Kool-Aid Man, but that's not quite kosher.
Temperature critical. Oxygen critical. Pressure critical. Low pressure.
So I gotta go through that other airlock anyway. Yeah, I guess it's about time that I fix the
Temperature high.
That took an actual long time to bring the temperature up, so that was pretty cool. I forgot to turn the AC off. Apparently, or did I forget to turn it on? Maybe a misclick? I don't know. But that was nice. That was a long time for Venus, being in the Venus atmosphere with no AC on. That was nice. That was nice. So I need this here, so we can make those pipe meters. And then, how much gold do I have? Ooh, I have a fair amount of gold. I need to make some heavy cable. And regular cable for that matter, but that's what I'm going to do. Heavy cable, that's 0.5 each. So if I do 200, actually I'm going to go ahead and do the till 250, because that will be good. That will be welcome. That will be necessary. This can get barely started. Once this is done spitting it out, then all this stuff. One thing I can say is that the automation or the production automation here has been pretty good. There's a little bit of hiccup when I start stacking stuff and it runs out of ingredients specifically, but I think it's just a misinterpretation of the instructions, because with that, okay, well, okay, take that with me, and you go in here. Okay, you start printing off, you're good. I probably should have started with the other cable, but whatever. So, with the instructions, the execute recipe, this is the meat and potatoes of my order system, where I put the item hash in with the quantity that I want, and bam. Now, what I need to figure out is if, well, here's how I'm going to read what's missing. And I don't know how I'm going to do that per se, because you cannot read the stack off of a referenced device, at least not yet. I'm kind of hoping that gets fixed or implemented, but we'll see how that goes. But there's two here, so wait until next valid, or jump if next invalid. So jump to a stack address. Now, what ideally I would like to happen is basically wait until next valid, or something like that. What I wanted to do is, if it's out of reagents, to hold on to that order and not necessarily go to the next one, because it might cause problems with my with the recipe, so to speak. Keep build ink, both of them. Okay. We're not going to build ink. Let's go ahead and run through. And see how we're doing over here. So that'll be good. I'm not being poisoned right now, so. It's about as empty as, oh, it's 50 mole. 50 mole left. What are we doing over here? Yeah. This last little bit's going to take forever, just because of the sheer capacity versus the pressure. This is going to take forever. But on the other hand, I could get what I have here out and call it good. I might do that. I'll let that equalize down there. And throw these pipe meters up. Oh, right, not that throw up. Well, hang on. What am I doing? Idiot. What am I doing? I can do this. Anyway. Dummy. I just need a pipe section. I'm not going to connect and disconnect that one. Let's go right here. Pipe analyzer. Yeah, how about that? How about them apples? Yeah, so I can pull this down and move it here. There we go. Okay. And I will have the digital valve for the cooling system. We'll attach right here. There's that. And then, I think this is the way it's going to go. If I ever do liquid cooling, gonna go there. But, what do we have currently? I'm sure I've got just 0, 0, and 0, 1. There's 0, 1. There's 0, 0. So this will be 0, 2. 0, 2. 0, 2. And I will need to pull the sheet off so I can adjust the darn lug nuts here. Set screws. Set maximum is going to be... doesn't really matter. I want to set this for 20 degrees. Actually, maybe I'll make it for 10. So my gaseous O2, I want to 10 degrees. Did I didn't bring the valves with me. That would have been nice, huh? Oh, we can drop a pipe meter in here. We can drop it right here. Look at that. Yeah. Oh, I do have the digital valve right here. Gee whiz. Just do that. That's where that's going to be. And technically, I don't know if I want big cooling. I don't have blue pipe. I don't have blue cooling pipe. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh, the humanity! Pop that. Come out. We'll throw this. Throw this in. I mean, we're technically loading the Silanol loop. So oop. Get up there. Okay. And we get stuck. Throw you right. Holy crap! Got some anger issues or something. Let's see. Stellar System Store. Nope. Okay, nothing. Squat. Diddly. Diddly squat. What is our... Oh yeah. We're cold. We're cold. We are below... We're in the liquid nitrogen. Or liquid carbon dioxide. That's a bit of a problem. We could purify it, though, now that it's that cold. That might be worthwhile. Is, anything that condensates out in the cooling line drops into the waste line and evaporates and is sucked back through. That might... I gotta think about that. I gotta think about that. Okay, stand you up. What the? I'm hearing like a pump running somewhere. Flush. Flush me, Jay, flush me.
Oxygen critical.
Okay.
Pressure critical. Low pressure.
Alright. Come on. Get out of the door. Woohoo! Okay. We're over yonder. Whoa. Whoa. Settle down. Settle down. Settle down. Settle down. Okay. Pretty sure the one making the noise is this guy. Yeah, you're running right at the cap. You can't run any higher. Trying to get this temperature down. And right now it's working, but that's only because I'm dumping a bunch of cold Silanol into the loop. Two liters. Got a little bit of gas. Nothing on the condensation side still. We're still fighting with the pressures here. And I don't think I'm going to be able to do anything about that. Unless I basically disable one of these, maybe. Pressure's still rising. I was kind of hoping that I could just get this to dump its contents, but I don't know if that's possible. Oh, there we go. We're dumping. Just want to try to get one of these up to pressure. I don't know. 4,500. That's where I'm going to set these two. You know what? I just need more Silanol. That's all that means. That's just all that means is I need more Silanol. But this is at least quiet for the moment. Yeah, this loop itself is kind of overstressed. $320. Yeah. We are reducing our heat exchange rate because we're big colossal amount of thermal inertia that I just injected is now coming where it needs to be temperature-wise. So I just don't have enough Silanol yet. We're almost there. We're almost there. Okay, how are we doing here? 2 mole left. Go ahead and turn you off. So 2.5 liter. So these things are an eighth filled. Or maybe that's how these things operate. Because they all seem to be kind of at the same. That's 45. Well, that's latent. Temperature is increasing pretty rapidly. You are heat exchanging pretty rapidly. It's 72, not quite 72 kilojoules. You're going the other way. $375, you're yeah, so you're being warmed up. You're being warmed up. Well, I guess they're all being warmed up. Are you cooling down? Wait a minute, what? Your heat exchange is positive, where everybody else's is negative. That means you're... Yeah, whatever. Or is our... 372. 32. So these things should be working a lot harder now. At least you would think they would work harder. We've got 375 and increasing. 385, 395, 3... I mean, these things have a shorter range they've got to go now, so I'm kind of hoping that they work harder. But it's all pushing them higher. Yeah. Because I do like seeing how the temperature is rising here. This right at this temperature right here, I could actually dump this to Venus atmosphere during storms and get away with it. So if I can push this even higher to like 465, then I can dump it directly to Venus atmosphere without having to burden the air conditioners. So that's kind of what I'm hoping for. And yeah. So this is starting, this right here is getting close to its upper limit. You can see obviously that the pressure is up there. I think it can only go to like 463. But looks like we're doing okay here. This is moving. This is moving hard. So it's pushing against the air conditioners. Now, that being said, that means the air conditioners only have a small range that they've got to go. Yeah. So, I mean, these things should really have no problem. Yeah. All right. I gotta think about that. I'm probably gonna put a digital valve cooling thing here. 20 kilojoules. Whoops. Positive 20. Not quite 20. 15. I'll say 15, 15, and 20. So 50 kilojoules of heat that I'm pushing forward. And the AC is definitely not keeping up with that for sure. Okay. But that I pushed it so far up. Yeah. Okay. We're getting closer. Ooh, wow, look at that differential there. 397. 403. 410. I don't feel that these are pushing as hard as they need to, but whatever. Whatever. Okay. So ideally I'd like more oh yeah, it's nitrogen input. Do I have one doing carbon dioxide input? Silanol trader. Want another Silanol trader. Okay. Take that off. Let's flop that around, kick that on. Take the suit off. Check the trader. Stellar steam. Yeah, and being a 3x3, I don't think I'm gonna find Silanol. Okay, so let's go over here. We want cable. We want cable. And we can probably get away with doing 250 of that as well. It's one thing that will probably always be in demand. Heavy cable. Do that, and we're going to do this. guess the rough part is that my cooling system right now is pretty much unloaded.
Hydration critical.
And I'm struggling, so to speak, struggling. So do that. Let's take a box and shove it there. Very nice, very nice. Alright, I guess let's deal with the eat, drink, and be merry problem. We're slowly getting where we need to be for cooling. The one water loop is kind of at its limit. I can almost actually completely replace the water with Silanol if I had enough, which I definitely do not. It'd be a nice pipe dream though. That's where it'd be nice to be able to manufacture it yourself. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to need a heck of a lot more pipe, I just realized. If I'm going to hook oxygen and nitrogen, well, oxygen at the very least, maybe carbon dioxide. Maybe I don't need nitrogen to run through the base that hard. Brain fart. Oh, going up top. All right, I don't have the pipe either. Of course. This is going to be interesting getting around. Where does that need to go? There, okay. Okay, that actually worked. Alright. And what are you doing? What are you doing? There we go. So this should at least kick on, I would imagine. Oh, the valve is not named. 02. 02. 02. Maybe I gotta have that on for it to read, for it to kick on. Not that it's gonna do much at this point. Yeah, flash an error. That's fine. That's what you would expect to see from a valve that's not hooked up to anything. Don't have blue pipe. That's okay. Oh, what the heck? Did I leave the frickin' box in there? Oh, jeez. Run back and forth, run back and forth, run back and forth. I feel like that's all I do is run back and forth. Unfortunately. Because this box is a different large box. other large boxes upstairs. Right? Here's the large box. It has some pipe. And a little bit of pipe. And I got the... I don't have any blue pipe for cooling. I need more. I need more anyway. Right? Let's go ahead and load it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 120. How many resources do we have? Steel. A little light on steel. That's always great. Guess we're going to be making some steel too. Hopefully we have enough iron for that. Let's go here, insulated pipe. And we will go ahead and make... Let's go ahead and just make 200 of that. Start that. Drop that there. Cut through here. Maybe tomorrow I'll focus on getting these APCs hooked up so I can stop doing this funky stuff. And wouldn't be bad if the there wasn't a bug where the wireless batteries don't charge in the APC. I'd probably just go on wireless batteries for most of those. Okay, I do have enough for steel. So let's go ahead and make a steel. That's not the value I needed, that's the one I need. These memory chips don't like it when you paste a string in. This is looking for a decimal number input. Although to be fair, calling it a decimal number is kind of a... Yeah. They say decimal number, and what I'm thinking is integer. Decimal integer. I actually have no idea how many... Wow, I'm that low on coal? Huh. Okay, I guess I need coal. It's dark. I need to light this area. I need to finish this room. I need to finish more rooms, actually. Maybe I need to do an interior design decorating thing. Okay, so I want to see... Huh? That was interesting. I guess I can understand why that happened. No more. Okay, good. Alright, I just need more. So what happened is the last chunk of iron coming out of that silo, this one chunk of coal got ahead of it in the choo-choo train. That's kind of neat. Oh, good. Just snap back. Good. There we go. There we go. This makes it a little bit of extra, but that's fine. The way my system is going to be, I'm just going to stack the ingots to 500 in line, so that works in our favor. Gives us extra. It also simplified the recipe. Oh, let's cancel depressurize. So you need the most, and I don't know who else is going to need it, but sure at some point I'm going to need that. Sure, at some point I'm going to need that. So we've got some of these pipes printing off, and I'm going to need a blue pipe. And I'm not afraid to paint and make a little bit of pollutant in my base. I mean, it's almost non-existent, and sometimes I wonder if it'll just zero itself out by rounding error. But it's not bad. Got our blue pipe. Maybe I'll just take insulated pipe and just stuff it here. How many different colors do we need? All right. What am I missing? Yellow. I'm missing yellow. I am missing yellow pipe. That's funny. There. For hee-hees and ha-has. I now have a little bit of everything. Actually, the let's see, nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, pollutant, volatiles. That's my air mix. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I guess I could look at the color cans here, and yeah, I think that's about right. Oh, we're gonna need a whole bunch for the blue, though. Good thing is, if I keep a box of the colored pipe, then I don't have any. Oh yeah, deep miners is right. Trying to think of how I wanted to do that. It's probably deep miners, just fill backpacks full of dirty ore, and then have my rover drive around, or I think Amy can only nice. Interesting. Amy looks like it might be a fun thing to try to play with. I don't think it would be anything very serious, but it'd be fun to play with. You know, toys. It's like people who make Arduinos do weird things. And I think that's what Amy essentially is. But figure that out. Okay, get another pipe. I can get started. I don't know why the volume changed so drastically. Let me do this here and throw that there. I can hide that belt for now. I need the cooling, which is gonna come. Oh, right. Okay, that's an option too. Let's grab you and. Two, then 5. Then it's a T. 20, 1, 5. And actually it's going to be like that. Let's grab that. Yep, it's going to be 5. 3. And a T. And an O. And an O. Okay. Start. So if nothing else, that will start cooling my O2 down. On. I'm going to flip this over so I can read it. .5 kilojoules. Yeah, I still trying to figure out why these toggle on and off. Does not make sense to me. I'll have to look at the code a little bit more and figure that out. But it does at least do something. So temperature goes down very, very little, but it goes down. And, 3 kilojoules is not going to overload the system, which is what I'm trying to avoid. Pushing too hard at once. Because once we get past the initial, everything's too hot, it won't be too bad. And the water here is 26 degrees, but I got it set to, well, what do you know, 27 degrees. Let's whoa, no, not that far. Decrease you to 20. Oh, wait, you probably want 25 degrees. Because that's plant water. And this is, quite frankly, this is going to be steam, which I guess we take it down to 27. Should condense out at some point. So that's good. It's looking good. We could technically... I don't have the heat exchangers, do I? I don't have the heat exchangers. But otherwise, yeah, I could. Pipe analyzer is going to go... Must be mounted to a straight pipe, so let's get that started. If I wanted to do... Blocked by heavy cable... Do I have... All right, okay. All right, so that means it has to... Okay. It's not blocked by heavy cable, it's just... This stupid thing is... Yeah. I mean, it is blocked by heavy cable, but not in the way that it... Yeah. Silly thing. Okay. So we're gonna have... I have to... So we're going to have, if we do it right, it's going to be right here. And this is going to be that. So that heavy cable is indeed going to be in the way, because this is where I would like to have that. I mean, we could make it a little fugly. We could make it a little fugly. Oh crap, I'm not gonna make it that fugly though. I think. This heavy cable is the power. Well, I guess we'll just do it this way. What's another deviation from what I was trying to do to standard? There we go. Hey, Timmy! How's it going? It's been a while. Hope all is well. Playing with some Silanol today. Of trying to get my cooling system from being overloaded. I think we're about there. Digital valve, digital valve. You're gonna be here, bam. You're gonna be there, bam. Gas analyzer, right there, wham. Logic switch, dial, right there, wham. Of course, like I said on the last one, I'm gonna pull that up just so I can read this. You're responding to custom ads, exactly. Yes. Yep, that's right. Par for the course. That's my luck though. Where is my labeler? Is it in my belt? It is in my belt. It is in my belt. 450 is the maximum. It's not gonna be that high. Let's set this to 298, right? That's 25 degrees. Actually, you know what? 273. Yeah, let's make it 293. That's fine. I just realized something. I do not want this that cold. I do not want it cryogenic. Sam, I am. 3. 03. 03. There we go, there we go. There's that. And we're gonna come straight down. It's hard to see. There we are. Ah, frick. That heavy cable. Bad heavy cable. Bad. Of course. There we go. Bam. There we go. Alright, ad break, ad ended. So now I can respond. Timmy, welcome. Should be away from the ads now, but hope everything's going well for you, and from you, I suppose. Kicking on and off. Oh, yeah, this isn't going to do anything because I don't have a heat exchanger. Shoot. Shoot, 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 shoot. Not a big deal. Welcome back. Yeah, hope all is well with you, Timmy. I've lurked a couple of your things, but Venus is treating me a lot better now. They did the revamp of the atmospheric simulation, and it's almost boring now. Mining is just kind of a zen experience anymore. So in a way, it's kind of disappointing because that was part of the fun. Oh, Heat exchanger. Heat exchanger. I need direct heat exchangers. And I'll go ahead and make 10 of those because I made 10 of everything else. It's going to need Invar. And what else? Oh. Steel. Wait. Copper. Copper. That's in here. Why was there such a delay in that? That was unusual. 5. Yeah, okay, that'll work. Boring. They got rid of Venus randomly smacking your face. Yeah. Well, that was part of it. You had to be very, very mindful of what you were doing. And I was just got to the point where I had gotten it figured out, and then they took it away. Oh, shit. Oh, there we go. These must stack to 10. Out of coffee. That's all right. Yeah. Ooh. Crikey, how do I? That's where that comes in. Oh. I don't have a good way of running power. That's one of the problems I have. I need my maintenance tunnel. I need a better maintenance tunnel. I mean, this actually might work. I just have to, so I got the 2 doors. I can close that off. I can close that off, put a floor down. Yeah, okay, I think I can make that work. Been meaning to play with the new gases. Glad I can manage hot worlds, but I still love cold. Yeah, I did a Brutal on Mars, I think. I was just kind of playing around. And I was shocked how easy it was. But I guess that's one of the things after playing Venus. Not much is hard. Especially when you just make water out of just oxides. And there we go. There's a heat exchanger for that. This will be a... There we go. That'll do my liquid. If I ever do liquid cooling. Liquid hot magma. Go ahead and just connect that for now. Do the same thing over here. Oh, that was already ready. It was already ready, Freddy. Okay, do that. Not... Wait, that's liquid and gas. Okay. Looks good. That's ready to go. Okay, so now we are cooling my nitrogen, I think. Something's amiss here. Yeah, I would say something's amiss here. I haven't hooked it up. I have no coolant running to the pipe. That would be the problem. So, 5. And then 3. There we go. Now I have coolant. Whoa! Bounce off the walls here. And we should get some thermal exchange when that turns on. Boom! 20 kilojoules! Yeah, alright. We are dropping the temperature. That's also a lot of strain on the cooling system. Of course, I got a flip-flop going on, don't know why, so I guess you could probably cut that energy transfer in half for average. So between the 3 kilojoules over there, cut in half, and 20 kilojoules over here, cut in half, so about, we'll say 15 kilojoules worth of heat transfer, plus whatever keeping the base cool. Speaking of keeping the base cool, I don't actually have an air conditioner running in this room. Probably should. I probably should. My spaghetti style. How are we doing here? Now that I'm loading the system, how is... Oh, we're still cold. That's good. 11.3. I imagine that's going to be creeping up. Yeah, we are loading the system, so that's good. We are putting load on. We actually have some active heat exchange going on, so that's good. 7. Okay, so we're slowly starting to... Okay, alright. Now, ultimately, I need to go upstairs and see how the Silanol loop is doing. Close. Flush.
Temperature critical.
Eventually I'll fix
Oxygen
my
critical. Pressure critical.
base atmosphere.
Low
What
pressure.
the heck am I doing here? I got such a mix of... Oh, wait, don't... Jeez. When playing the Planet Crafter, you don't need to click on a ladder, you just climb it. Okay, what do we have? We're not talking, so that's good. What do we have here? We're at the upper end, though. Oh, no, actually, this is pretty cool. Wait a minute. 216. Holding steady? If not dropping? No way. No way. No way. No way. What's our temperature here? Okay, this ends up there. Not quite at maximum, but it's up there. Okay. Yeah, I picked it up on Planet Crafter on sale a couple of weeks ago. My friend... Ooh, it's going down. Awesome! We're losing temperature. And she likes it a lot, so I decided to pick it up so we could play together. And it's not too bad. It's definitely simplified, but that's kind of nice. It's kind of a zen game. But they did do a real good, like the gradual terraformation of the planet. You can see, small changes and a little bit here, a little bit there, and it's just, they did really well in that. Oh, the Silanol loop is doing a lot better than I thought it was going to. Even though it's still not loaded fully. I still need more Silanol. If I threw another kilomole in the system, it'd probably be real good. Heck, even 500 mole would be great. Oh. What's our temperature here? 406. We're almost to the point where I don't need the air conditioners. These don't have to do much now, that's for sure. Oh, wow, look at that. You're actually pushing the temperature up higher. I need more atmospheric anchoring here. I just have one Silanol loop right now. I've got one pollutant loop is on my cold end right now, and 1, 2, 3 water loops, which I think I only need 2, but I got a third one in there, and then one Silanol loop, and it's doing pretty good. Almost to the point where I can kick the ACs offline. which I'm going to fully load this system and see if it can keep that third water loop from complaining, then I'll be happy. And if I can avoid the AC loop, that'll save me a bunch, because let's do some math here. It's way crazy here. So I've got let's see, 6 plus 9, so I've got 15, 30 ACs running. 30 ACs running at what do they run, 400 watts each? So that's 30, my brain's not working, for 12 kilowatts of power. Right now what is making my power is I've got a fairly large solar array that works out pretty well.
Hunger caution.
So I got 6 by 5, so I've got 30 panels here, and that does fairly well. Then I've also got a bank of wind turbines. If I remember right, I've got 3 sets of them, fully charging batteries. And oop, I got one bank that's almost empty. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 different banks of batteries. And I have it set up running through a single transformer, but I shut off all of the wind turbine banks until the lower bank number here. So this is bank 0. If this is almost empty, it'll kick on bank 1. Once bank 1 is almost empty, it'll kick on bank 2 and then bank 3. That way my solar, I use more power out of the solar than anything, so I can keep my bank going. So it was a struggle for a while, and then I had more power problems at one point, but that's because I cut the wire to the tracking loop for some reason. So I didn't have any solar for, oh cripe, it was a while. And I felt it because I had to keep loading my generator. Oh, sunrise. You can watch a sunrise. You can watch a sunrise. Oh, goodness. Yeah, let's, where's my... stand on the dish. We can watch a sunrise. Ow, that actually kind of hurts. Don't stare at the sun. That's pretty, though. Oh, wow. That was a delay and a half on the screenshot there, Steam. What are you doing? Okay, so Silanol is actually doing pretty good. Although it was pretty unloaded there for a while, so we'll see if it remains. Now that I'm loading it with cooling the nitrogen and oxygen, I need to cool the O2. Not the O2, CO2. Because that's also up there in temperature. And if I don't have that pouring into the base at stupid temperatures, then I will have, oops, would have less cooling that I need to do for the base. Then I think the next step that I want to try is I actually want to try to do some cryogenics. So the next step is to put another phase change on the cold side. And what I was thinking, so I'm running pollutant right now, but I was thinking the problem is I can't use, I could use nitrogen at the tail end, but the other thought that I had was methane. But looking at that, I think I'll just do nitrogen. It's a little narrower of an overlap. But if for some reason a pipe bursts, nitrogen's a little bit safer than methane. I want to build a death racetrack with a jumbotron on this game. That sounds fun. Oh, heck, I had stuff over here already. Okay. I had stuff over here already. Good to know. Good to know. Yeah, so this is my cold side. If I actually clean this out a little bit, I can run this temperature further down. What's 1900? Oh yeah, because I don't want to go any lower than that, because then I can freeze it. So oh yeah, CO2. I need to cool the CO2 before I forget. Oh wow, we're running out of time. But we will get the CO2 hooked up, which is... Ah, crap. That's going to be a tricky one. I think I might have to... Because I can't drop it in front of the tank like I have everything else. So like I'm cooling the nitrogen here. I can't exactly do that because my atmospheric mixing is here. So I could always just give up on this system. It was a fun experiment, and I didn't really want to do it this way anyway, but that's how I did it. And it's not exactly working out great. I need to just inject separate gases. Oh, I see. That's how I had that turned. Is there a gas that I'm not going to cool? Or, heck. Actually, I could do it here. Do it right here. Because this is the walkway. I'm not going to cool anything here. Still not getting what you want in the greenhouse. That is correct. Hey, Breeze. Yeah, so the problem is with this air mix, when I'm injecting it into the greenhouse, for some reason, I am not getting carbon dioxide in fast enough, so it doesn't help that I've got 20 million ferns, and I suck the, suck the carbon dioxide out faster than I can put it in. But where are the heat exchangers? Oh, there they are. So if we line it up with this pipe, because that is how it is, we could actually reverse it. Yeah, let's reverse it. Gas and gas, spin. Which side? Is that the side that's got the, No. This is how we want it. Oops. This is how we want it. The yellow fog is just working as guess. Yes, that yellow fog. Thanks for the prime there, Breeze. We did it. Thanks for all the support. 10 out of 10. Wow, that's interesting. Is that subscribe goal or something? Interesting. Well, thank you. We made her there. Cooling, I need to do that. Boom. And that, right? It'll be a little backward. Oh, wait, that's, ooh, shoot. Shoot. That's not gonna be that way. Actually, no. That is gonna be that way. If I've got it reversed. Is that how? Yeah. This is gonna be liquid. There we go. If I'm gonna... That doesn't make any sense. That does not make any sense whatsoever. Because the... Well, I'm not going to be cooling any liquid carbon dioxide. Leave it up to me to bring up the rear. You met your goal on subs this month. That's awesome. I don't know. Is it a long month? Something like that. Yeah. Hey, explanation I've got. This is gas to gas. Carbon dioxide will be here. Gonna tight like this. There's that. And flip it like that. 5. And then... Oh, goodness. And boom. 1 straight pipe. Ow! Ah. Oh, goodness. That's not right. There we go. Okay, got that tied in. So now I have water cooling pipe attached. Digital, let's see, pipe analyzer is going to be, shoot, I gotta have something down for that. Valve, there we go. Is this going to be okay? It's going to be a little goofy because it's out of place, but that's just the way it's going to be. Let's see. I am trying to work on a death counter due to oxygen depletion counter. Killing the power, seeing as you love to do that. Yeah, that'd be fun. I wish there were more APIs and stuff for stuff like that, so you could just have like a push button. But why am I looking in my bag for switches? I don't have the switches on my hand. Let's see, that's going to be... We're going to do it this way. Which does mean that I need to pull up this. Good thing nobody else is in the base with me. We just bludgeon them with a pipe analyzer. Or, as it's written in the code, an analyzer. There we go. Come on, flip it the correct way here. There we go. Okay. And carbon dioxide we want to set to 298 because that's more for the greenhouse than anything. We got that. This I think is going to be, what's this? This is 03, so this will be 04. I need the analyzer. Boom, boom, and oh, crikey, it's right there. I don't want to do this. Well, I could... Yeah, this is definitely not going to be pretty because it's not in the right place. If I do it this way, I'll get my analyzer in the right spot. There we go. There we go. I read there are widgets and things you can get with the Streamlabs OBS. I'm doing more research on it currently. Hoping to have this set up before we play Thursday. Yeah, I still plan on... Whoops. Playing Thursday. Let's see. Boom. Boom. Okay. We're hooked up. Good to go. There we are. Okay. Pipe. Oh, crap. Of course, I threw it on the ground. Threw it on the ground, so I gotta go chase it. So, the one thing that I dropped. Okay. Pipe analyzer, there we go. Oh, cripe. This is really gonna be ugly. It's gonna be super ugly. So I have to go up and over the heat exchanger to get to the wire over there. Either that or I gotta drag it all the way over there. Which I guess that's a probably cleaner option because it'd be hidden. It started out looking pretty nice and then kind of hit the fan really fast. Okay, so now we can label. You're going to be 04. You are going to be 04. Turn you on, and you're going to be 04. So you should kick on. And 20 kilojoules. Yeah, now we're going to be really hammering the cooling system. Going to be really hammering the cooling system. But I wanted to get the Silanol loop figured out before I did that, because I knew we were going to be slamming the system. I'm just going to drop the cardboard box here. So there we go. So our water, our carbon dioxide, our nitrogen, and our oxygen are being cooled slowly because I've got massive thermal inertia. But otherwise, yeah, we are now cooling. We mostly have a base cooling thing going on. You are creeping up quite a bit in temperature. The other thing I acknowledge is I'm going to need to whatever ends up being the last leg in the cold loop, I want to have like a big tank, a big reservoir, so I've got a nice thermal mass to work against. There we go, we're creeping up. So this will be a good test of the Silanol, because we're going to be pushing against it really hard. Let's see how it does. Asteroid East, Cosmic Forge. Nope. Okay, no Silanol loops or Silanol vendors yet. What is? Oh, we finally sucked all the Silanol out. That's good. The brown pipe. Oh, which, at some point I've got to. I really got to work on this stuff. It's a nightmare. Brown gas pipe. This is, yeah, we are Silanol free in the waste gas. About darn time. That took forever. Yep, you're off. That's good. Do we have any? Nope, we don't have any. We're all in the gas network. All 45 mole. That's all that's left. It could take forever and transfer that to a tank to take to the Silanol loop, but that's well, I mean, that is 9 liters of liquid if it was condensed. Let's go check on the Silanol loop one last time before we eat, drink, and be merry and get in the cryo bed. Okay.
Temperature critical.
I never turned off my
Pressure
AC
critical.
unit.
Oxygen
fine.
critical. Low pressure.
Yes, yes, yes. Tell me pressure, oxygen. Dang it. Stop clicking on the ladder. It doesn't work in the Stationeers. Okay. Well, I don't hear any singing. So that's a very, very good sign so far. 200 degrees here. And 331 degrees here. Where's the temperature? The temperature's going down. Huh. That's phenomenal. Even though, well, maybe it hasn't propagated up the system yet. You're still going down. Okay. Well, maybe I got enough here. 406, 405.9. Okay. Alright, so the temperature's going down. The ACs are actually working. So that's good. 485, 485, so we'll just say that's 11 and 11. So I got 22 kilojoules, give or take, of cooling going on in this first phase here. It does not have to struggle very hard. Yeah. These are, I gotta put more here. So what do I got? 6, right? 6. So at the current moment, I am bleeding off about 18 kilojoules of heat here. Which I have a feeling that basically just as I added more units. Oh yeah, I did forget to mention that I also have a Stirling set up here for cooling my output for my combustor too. And this is more for cooling than it is for actually generating power, but it does feed back into the system. But what's amazing is when I kick on the combustor, running series through 8 Stirlings, and then a thermal anchor to the world, I come back at atmospheric temperature from the combustor, so that's great. That's great. Okay, well, let's see. Well, I'm happy with that. Our cooling system seems to be keeping up. Now, knowing that this is 60, 70 degrees below atmosphere, I don't know if this would be sufficient enough to anchor. Now, certainly I want to put a digital valve here and anchor it to the atmosphere during a storm. I kind of want to do that with the rest of these, but we'll see. Speaking of which, no storm coming in. Circulate the air in this furnace a little bit. It's pretty much not necessary because I've got ridiculous amounts of heat already in here. So this, the only thing that this does is allows me to fix a botched reagent mix, and it's the the heater side for most of the furnaces in my auto smelter. Luckily, those are all up to temperature, so I don't have to really deal with it. The degasser runs off of Venus atmosphere, so that's nice. So I've got free energy in that regard. Yeah, that's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's running. Cooling loop is working good. This is running really, really nicely. Wow, 14 kilojoules of cooling when it's actually running, which kind of kicks on and off. I need to set a Schmidt trigger of sorts or a hysteresis on that, so I'm not constantly hammering that. And this is really needs to be insulated. So what that's all about. We've got yeah, a good setup going here. So now the coolant line is coming up, and this is one of the issues that if my water were to get warm enough that it needs to be cooled, it would kick on, and at this point it would actually warm the water that's in the tank. So my cooling line is much too warm, but whatever. It's a start. It's a start, so I think... Ooh. Looks like it's about time to think about some water. Yeah, I'm assuming this is going to be... Now, let's see. Am I out of water here? Yep, I am essentially out of water. Which, not too concerned about it because I've got a humongous box of water. Not to mention that I do have it already cooled off, so I just have to get it over here. So that's not a bad. The timing on that was pretty good. So I'll just bring, you know, actually, probably just a liter bottle of water or something. Oh. Well, guess what? I'm gonna make. You know what? I'll deal with that next time. Oh. All right. I think that's yeah, that's good. We got the Silanol loop up and running. That was my major goal for tonight, and we did manage to pull that off, so that's good. And got additionally the oxygen, nitrogen, and CO2 being cooled, so that's also good. So we'll throw. Oh, yeah, that works. I've got the suit and the helmet in there, so that worked out great. So just do that, we'll do that, and we'll do that. Run around naked. So, and our water's cool off, so we'll get that hooked up tomorrow. It's taken care of. Hook up suit storage, maybe we'll do something about that. And we got the Silanol loop cooling, yeah, okay. We took a bunch of things off the to-do list, so that'll work. So I guess we'll call her there for the night. We'll be back tomorrow.
Cognition low. Temperature low.
So with that, I would like to thank everybody for watching, and we will catch you next time.